Three people have lost their lives as communal violence that began in Nepal's Sunsari district has spread to several other districts, prompting authorities to impose curfews and deploy large numbers of security personnel across the sensitive areas. The unrest has now affected Sunsari, Siraha, Parsa, Saptari and Dhanusha districts, with officials saying that restrictions will remain in force until law and order is fully restored. Nepal Police, the Armed Police Force and the Nepali Army have been deployed across the affected regions, while authorities have directed security forces to prioritize crowd control measures such as tear gas and baton charges, along with continued dialogue with community leaders and local representatives in order to prevent further escalation. The violence has left not only 3 people dead but also dozens injured, including at least 22 police personnel, among them 2 deputy superintendents of police. Several incidents of arson, vandalism, looting and clashes have also been reported, causing significant damage to shops, businesses and public property. Local administrations have urged residents to remain indoors unless absolutely necessary, avoid spreading rumors and refrain from sharing misleading content on the social media. The unrest first erupted on July 26 in Sunsari district during a confrontation between the two communities. And 24-year-old Om Prakash Mehta was shot dead during the violence. Another injured man, 20-year-old Jai Prakash Mehta, later succumbed to his injuries while undergoing treatment. And the latest victim was a 17-year-old teenager who died after being shot during fresh clashes in Siraha district. Officials said that tensions escalated after protesters blocked the east-west highway in Siraha's area before the violence spread. Protesters allegedly vandalized and set fire to several shops, including the AB Mall. Residents also reported that another group carrying homemade weapons and travelling on motorcycles and auto rickshaws entered the town, further intensifying the entire situation. And as rival groups gathered on opposite sides of the town, security forces used baton charges and fired multiple rounds of tear gas in order to disperse the crowds. A curfew was imposed in Siraha and the Nepali army was deployed to restore order. Officials said that protesters later attempted to move towards the highway despite restrictions, forcing security personnel to open the fire. More than a dozen businesses were later damaged or set ablaze, and similar tensions were reported in Lahan, where police fired warning shots and used tear gas after another confrontation threatened to erupt. In Janakpur, protesters shut markets and repeatedly clashed with police before authorities imposed an indefinite curfew. The Nepali army deployed armored vehicles, helicopters and foot patrols throughout the city in order to control the situation. Meanwhile, the curfew in Sunsari has remained in force for several days. Although officials say that the security situation has gradually improved, restrictions continue because talks with the families of all those killed have not yet reached a resolution. Om Prakash Mehta's family has refused to accept his body, demanding that he be declared a martyr, provide adequate compensation and assure that all those responsible for the shooting will face legal action before his funeral is conducted. And addressing the nation for the first time since the violence began, Nepal Prime Minister Balin Shah appealed for peace, unity and restraint. He said that the government was treating the situation with complete seriousness and had ordered a fair, transparent and impartial investigation into the violence. He announced that the Ministry of Home Affairs had formed an investigation committee and assured the public that all those responsible would face strict legal action. The Prime Minister also said that the government had convened an all-party meeting and was holding continuous discussions with political leaders, local representatives, religious leaders, civil society organizations and community representatives to restore normalcy. He added that the National Security Council had reviewed the overall law and order situation and taken necessary decisions in order to strengthen security. Appealing to the public not to spread misinformation or inflammatory content, Shah said that no community should be blamed for the actions of a few individuals. He stressed that the values of every religion are rooted in compassion, peace and harmony, and urged all the citizens to work together in order to restore calm and preserve Nepal's social unity. That's all for now. Stay tuned to the Savera for more updates. Do like, comment and subscribe to the channel.